Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today, spring training action from the Cactus League between the Mariners and the San Diego Padres. Ketel Marte heads for the box, ready to lead this one off today.
Leading off the afternoon for Seattle, shortstop, Ketel Marte.
And we are underway as the first pitch of the afternoon is taken for ball one.
First pitch, 1-11.
And now this misses as well as he's behind the leadoff man this afternoon. 2-0 now. Ross gets the sign. Here he comes on 2-0. 3-0 now. Showing some uncharacteristic wildness to start things out.
Yeah, 4-pitch walk. Pretty much not the way you want to start out against a club like this.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
Yeah, just a get-me-over fastball. Anything to avoid a 4-pitch walk to start the game.
And that misses for ball 4, so it's a 5-pitch walk to get us started here this afternoon.
Definitely not a guy you wanted to lose there.
Second.
Now, you got something else to worry about besides your command.
Franklin Gutierrez gets his first shot here with a man on following the leadoff walk.
And you know, guys, we talk about it all the time. Leadoff walks are so dangerous, and we'll see if they can take advantage of this one.
And he will fight the Cactus League sky as he puts this one away for out number 1. The second baseman, Robinson Cano, gets his first opportunity now. Runner at first with one gone.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate that the number 2 guy couldn't at least move that leadoff man into scoring position. And that makes it a little tougher on the middle of the order to drive in that early run.
Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Before the 0-1, he'll check on first. And a dive, but he's back.
Why not? Make him get dirty.
And again a throw, and he'll get back in safely.
Simple throw over there.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. He's running towards second. Pitch is high. The throw way late, and he's in there easily at second.
And later in the game, maybe you question this decision to run because you worry about taking the bat out of the hands of one of your best hitters. But here in a scoreless game, I doubt they're going to put him on. So that was a good job to take what's given to you.
Here it comes on 1-1. And a fastball not close. It's 2-1 now. He took second fairly easily. Any thought of third base here?
I don't think so. You've got a good hitter at the plate. A single is probably all he needs. I'd let him try to drive you in.
All even now, 2-2. One out and a runner on second base. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the second out. Nelson Cruz gets his first opportunity here with the leadoff man still standing at second, but with 2 gone now.
Well, a good chance to pick up his teammates right here because they couldn't take advantage of that leadoff double. So he'll look to get something into the outfield and give his man a chance to come around and score.
And a slider bounces, and that'll get on by. Throw goes over to third, and he is safe at third as he moves up on what's likely to be ruled a wild pitch.
And as a base runner, you have to get that good, aggressive secondary lead. So he knows this is a guy that likes to throw a lot of back foot sliders. So when he sees the ball in the dirt, he's ready to go.
Chopped in front of home plate. Norris is up with it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Mariners leave 1, and now the Friars will get their first chance. No score. With a moment here in downtown San Diego, we'll look at the Padres starting lineup. Steve, how do they send these fans home happy here today?
Well, definitely be aggressive at the plate. You've got to come through with clutch 2-out hits and don't leave runners in scoring position. That's the key.
Corey Spangenberg is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike.
That's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
Swing and a liner, but foul. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And a splitter is over for a cold third strike as he's left shaking his head. 1 gone. Stepping in, John Jay, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Into the windup and the pitch. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. Called strike at the knees. 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2. And that's taken high for a ball. It's full now, 3-2. Sent on the ground out to second. Cano has it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Batting third, first baseman,
Brett Wallace gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And, you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch.
And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A solo home run off the bat of Brett Wallace. And the Padres bust out in front 1-0.
Wow, that inning didn't really look like it was going anywhere, but if the first 2 guys don't get on in front of them, that's when they're swinging for the trees. When guys are on in front of them, they shorten down and try to go for the base hit, but a big solo shot right there with 2 outs.
So here's Matt Kemp now, and this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. That last home run, officially 406 feet. Not quite reaching 90 with the fastball, but it's 1-1 now. And a slider misses here. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, and he's got to be careful not to give up yet another home run here in this inning. So you can see they're approaching with caution here.
And a curveball drops in on 2-1. 2-2 now. You go back to the curveball here?
I'd stay away.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. But the Padres draw first blood here on the solo home run. We'll head. Kyle Seager makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
Kyle Seager.
Ross into his motion. First pitch on its way. Hit out towards second. Spangenberg is there. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
Batting sixth, first baseman.
Striding into the box, Adam Lind. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. And a slider tails outside for ball 1.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Two and one. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now. You have to figure that he's really going to need to keep the walks in check if he's going to have success here.
I was thinking the same thing. No free rides. You got to make these guys earn it.
Back goes Upton Jr. to the track. Out of here. She was a wall scraper, but it counts just the same. A home run. A solo shot that time for Adam Lind. And the Mariners have come back to make this a 1-1 game.
Yeah, and this is just a fastball right here, but I'm pretty sure it's not where he wanted it. This has got some elevation to it, and that's one of those where you know it's going to be a home run as soon as you let go of it.
Here's the catcher now, Chris Iannetta.
Number 33.
As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball one. Well, they put the measuring stick on that last home run, and it came up 403 feet. There's that slider truly in an unhittable spot. It's 1-1. And that fastball's too much for him there, 1-2.
And sometimes you got to cut down a little stride against a guy who's throwing this hard. Either you take that leg kick completely out of the equation, or you get it started just a little bit quicker.
And he was in complete control of that at-bat from beginning to end as that last one's waved at and missed for route number 2.
I know my job here is to be an analyst and to try and add some insight to what's happening on the field. But, folks, words cannot describe how badly he got pulled on that pitch. I'm not even going to try.
Here's Leonis Martin. As he swings and misses at a first-pitch fastball, 0-1.
Yeah, and you know, this is a spot where you just have to make him bring the ball down. It's very difficult to do anything positive when it's up that high.
Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now.
Well, he's down 0-2 now, and he hasn't even seen the changeup yet. That could be the strikeout pitch of choice right here.
The count is 1.
Way outside. 1-2.
All right, now you've just seen 2 straight breaking pitches miss away. So as a hitter, you're going to eliminate that pitch. No way does he throw it a third time.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Full count, 3-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Mariners strike back to tie things on the solo home run. On to the bottom of inning number 2, all even at 1 apiece. Yonhervis Solarte strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
Yonhervis Solarte.
Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And a rather easy first out.
We could hear him all the way up here in the booth. Just a big old, well, that's what pop-ups will make you do.
Derek Norris steps in now. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. 1 out, nobody on. And that misses downstairs for a ball. 1-1. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while, and when he does, you can forget it.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. No trouble out there for Gutierrez as that becomes out number 2.
Batting 7th, left fielder, Melvin Upton Jr.
Melvin Upton Jr. gets his first chance here, looking to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
And this will bear watching as the game goes on. You know, if he's going to have success here, a lot of it's going to hinge on how he can locate his sinker. That one's too far up in the strike zone. A belt-high sinker is not much more than a flat fastball.
Alexi Ramirez is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike one. And it's quickly 0-2. 0-2, here it comes. Froze him for strike 3, and that retires the side. Padres leave 1. Through 2, we're tied 1 apiece. Hisashi Iwakuma set to lead off the third. 9, 1, and 2 due up.
Well, you know it's always a tough inning when your pitcher leads off for you because most of the time the guys just flat out can't hit. But who knows? Maybe he can get something started here and help himself out.
Down the third baseline. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Well, always nice to get the inning started against the pitcher, and he sets him down easily for the first out of the third.
Ross sets his sights. First pitch on the way. Ketel Marte will stand in for the second time as he watches one miss low. It's a ball and no strikes.
You see his pitch count here so far. He probably won't get a chance to throw too much longer here in a spring training game.
And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit.
Yeah, they're being really careful with this guy. Remember, they walked him the first time around, and now they're behind 2-0 to him right here.
Fielded by Spangenberg. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Up next,
you know, a lot of times when you get a slow grounder and a fast runner, that can be a bad combination. So this is a nice job of realizing the situation and getting to this ball quickly to throw him out.
Here's Franklin Gutierrez. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. And Gutierrez comes up empty there, and he's in a quick 0-2 hole now.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
2 out, nobody on. Grounded to third. There is Solarte. And the throw sails on him right over the head of Wallace at first base. And he's going to make it up to second base safely as he's in there. My word.
Pretty dangerous here for a first baseman. This throw's high, and it's to the home plate side of the bag. So when he leaves his feet, he's really exposing himself to that runner coming down the line. The overthrow, that was bad enough, but a collision there would have really been bad news.
Robinson Cano is in with 2 away as he takes a ball, 1-0. And he misses again to Cano. It's 2-0 now.
Yeah, he's got an open base here, and looks like he's going to use it.
Oh, I bet he'd like to have that swing back. It's 2-1 now.
And that had all the looks of a guy who was going to take a giant hack. 2-0, no matter where that pitch was. EK, I know you never did that.
No, not me. Maybe once or twice.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Seattle. After 2.5, it remains a 1-1. Tyson Ross digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Pitcher, Tyson Ross.
Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike 1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
It was kind of a delayed swing right there. He looked like he had to wait to see if it was going to be anywhere close, and now he's in a big hole.
Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch-out, 1 away. Corey Spangenberg will stand in as the lineup turns over here. He was called out on strikes to open the home first. Drilled on the ground to short. Marte scoops it up on to first, and very quickly 2 are gone here in the home third.
The center fielder, number 24.
Now to the plate, John Jay. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First offering on its way.
Nope.
First pitch is a sinker, too low, 1-0. That evens it up, 1-1. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Drilled right back up the middle, and that's through for a hit. At the plate, Brett Wallace. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here. First pitch of the at-bat. In there, no balls and a strike.
Now you got to regroup after the 2-out single. You're in a dangerous spot in the lineup, so the inning's not over yet, not by a long shot.
And he takes strike 2. Ball hit out towards Cano at second. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. 1 left for San Diego. Through 3 complete, all tied 1 apiece. Brandon Maurer will come out now and make his first appearance of the spring.
37. Brandon.
Nelson Cruz will stand in. He took home a Silver Slugger Award for American League outfielders a year ago. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. High in the air and deep to left center field. Upton ranging back, still going back. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, and this ball was hit pretty well, but it was always going to stay in the ballpark. And you see the left fielder just drift back and make the play on the warning track.
Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors in the game for the Mariners to this point. Popped high in the air. Spangenberg settles under it near second, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Adam Lind stands in again. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first plate appearance.
Well, the last time that was a fastball, and it didn't really look like he got all of it, but the velocity of the pitch probably.
And this ball hits the first base bag. Nothing Wallace can do here. It's a fair ball. And he will reach it first, but it's very possible that he might have had 2 bases there had that ball not hit the bag.
You could see him just basically jumping at that first pitch. He pulls it into right field for a solid base hit.
Here's the catcher now, Chris Iannetta, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Runner aboard at first here with 2 gone in a 1-1 ball game. That'll be a souvenir, and the count will move to 1-1. To third. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. We'll see Matt Kemp start things out when we return. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4, all tied at 1-1. Wade LeBlanc is on, and he'll take over on the mound.
Number 49, Wade LeBlanc.
And there is Matt Kemp now. He'll go to work trying to do something about breaking this 1-1 tie. To short, hit hard. And a good throw gets him one gone.
Now batting, third baseman.
Digging in to try it again, Yonhervis Solarte. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, his swing definitely broke down a little bit last time. He got way underneath the ball. It'll be interesting to see if he can make that adjustment and stay on top of the ball here.
In time to first, and there are two away. Derek Norris will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That one's going to find the seats. Strike 1. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
That got in his kitchen big time right there.
Broken bat as this ball's hit on the ground. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Cesar Vargas will come on and get some work as he makes his second appearance so far this spring.
Cesar Vargas.
Now at the plate, Leonis Martin. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
Action now in the Padre bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's getting loose out there. Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Believe me, it's way too soon to start worrying about how a guy's hitting. Even though this is 2 strikeouts for him now, spring training is mostly about just getting your body ready for the season. Getting used to being in there day after day. I don't think he'll be too worried about his stats. At least, he shouldn't be.
Oh, and not a swing for the bubblegum card there. It's 1-1.
That's almost unfair to throw a pitch like that to an American League pitcher. He had no idea what to do with that.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
The batter, number 4,
Ketel Marte stands in looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. In there, strike 1. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
He just about went around. He was lucky to put on the brakes when he did.
Heading out towards shallow right. Kemp is there. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Mariners. Halfway home. Ready now, Melvin Upton Jr. He singled his last time up.
left fielder.
First pitch coming, here it is.
Junior.
Chopped weakly to the left. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
The shortstop, number
So
10,
one away in the inning now for Alexi Ramirez.
Ramirez.
Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1. And double-barreled action now in the Mariner bullpen as both a left-hander and a right-hander start to throw. Hit softly on the ground to third. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The pitcher, number 49.
Cesar Vargas will stand in now. A late entrant to the ball game as he'll be making his first plate appearance here in inning number 5. In there at the knees, strike 1. 1 run on 3 hits and 1 error for the Padres so far. And he lays off for ball 1. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Ready on 1-2. Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. We've played 5 full, tied at 1 aside. Luis Perdomo will get the call here as he'll start the 6th inning on the mound.
61.
Franklin Gutierrez will get things going here in the Mariners 6th as he'll step in to lead off the inning. Sean O'Malley would grab a bat and lead things off here in the top of the 6th. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. And the move to the pinch hitter will not pan out as that's taken in for the first down.
Well, you know, he had the right idea up there, so at least you know he's thinking. He tried to go the other way with this ball, but he got under it just a little bit, and it's an easy play out there in left field.
Luis Sardinas will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning.
Sardinas.
Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
Now, he might have been on the on-deck circle just saying, man, I get 1 at-bat and it's against this guy? Thanks a lot.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Hard hit ball to second, and that is through into right field for a single.
Yeah, and this is something he'll figure out as time goes along. It's not how hard you throw, it's how well you can disrupt a hitter's timing. Growing up, guys are used to just blowing the ball by hitters, but once you get to this level, it doesn't always work out that way.
Nelson Cruz comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. The 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Looks at a fastball inside, so he's in the driver's seat, 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Pops this one up just beyond the infield on the right side. Spangenberg backs up and takes care of it. 2 away. Kyle Seager will get his 3rd shot at it here. He's bounced out and popped out in his previous 2 trips.
Well, on the bright side, I guess, he is putting the ball in play. He's just not getting that solid contact that you're looking for when a guy's really seeing the ball well.
0-1 count and the pitch. And he falls behind 0-2. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Mariners leave 1. Still tied 1 apiece. Sean O'Malley will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field. Luis Sardinhas will stay in the ballgame now as he comes on to play second here. Vidal Nuno will come on now as he'll start out the bottom of the sixth.
Vidal Nuno. This change for the Mariners. Now playing second
Corey
base.
Spangenberg will
60.
dig in for the third time now. He struck out and bounced out in his first two trips. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Cruz over to his left, and that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
John Jay will dig in, 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. Right side. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single. Brett Wallace will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ball game. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. And that's in there for strike one.
That's such a good pitch to get ahead. Lefty on lefty. It's a big looping curveball. Makes it very difficult for the hitter to try and time what's coming next.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Throw gets him, 2 down.
The batter.
So a runner at second, 2 down now. And coming up, the dangerous right fielder, Matt Kemp. Good late break to the slider here, but he takes it in on the hands for ball 1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. Padres leave 1. Score remains tied 1-1. Back here on the show, all square at 1 as we get set to start the 7th. But before we do, let's take a look at the game summary to this point. Brad Hand is on to pitch now as he'll take over to start inning number 7. Lee is up off the bench as he'll pinch hit here to start inning number 7. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Lifted in the air out to center field. And the pinch hitter is retired here, 1 away.
The catcher,
Chris Iannetta stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Here comes the first pitch. Popped up. Wallace coasts under it. 2 down. Leonis Martin ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Chop foul right at home plate at strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And a curveball's by him that time as he falls behind now 1-2.
And guys, this has been just what the doctor ordered out of the bullpen.
Yeah, they needed him to come in and give him a strong inning, and he's done exactly that.
Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Mariners are down in order. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Lee will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base. Nick Vincent will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th. Will Myers is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th. Right there for strike one. This is line to left. And the move to the pinch hitter will not pan out as that's taken in for the first out. Travis Jankowski will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning. A shot down the first baseline. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. Around first, heading for second now.
Now batting,
Melvin Upton Jr. digs in, looking to send something into the outfield that gives that go-ahead run a chance to score from second. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
0-2, you got to shorten up. Find some way at least to put the ball in play. You can't afford a strikeout here with an important run out there at second base.
On to first, and there were two down. Alexi Ramirez strides in, grounded out his last time through.
Ramirez.
Line to the right side. Oh, and he can't reel it in out there. And now third base coach Glenn Hoffman's going to wave him on home. The runner from second crosses the plate. It's now a 2-1 ball game. Alexi Amarista will look for some two-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with two gone and a runner at first. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one. Set up away with the changeup, but it's 1-1.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. You don't want to give this guy something where he can just roll over a ground ball and still get it into right field.
And the fastball easy to lay off that time, 2-2. Out in front of that one, may have been looking fastball. Good job just to make contact. Hit hard on the ground to the right. And the inning will continue as that's through for a two-out hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now. Adam Rosales will start to loosen up in the on-deck circle as he'll bat with two on and two out here.
Rosales.
Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball one.
That's the pitch that's so hard to lay off. It looks pretty good coming in, but he breaks off his swing just in time.
Chop foul at the plate, strike one. To short. He's got it. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. Friars forced to settle for just the one. Eighth inning coming up. The Padres on top, 2-1. Will Myers is going to go ahead and stay in the ballgame and play third now. Travis Jankowski will stay in the ballgame as he'll likely do the catching from here out. Adam Rosales will stay in the ballgame now as he comes on to play second here. Kevin Quackenbush will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Kevin Quackenbush. Now catching, number 16, Travis Jankowski.
Seth Smith will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. On to the 8th now as the first pitch is a fastball that's looked at for ball one. Pitch on the way. First two pitches off the mark here. It's 2-0.
And down by a run, a leadoff walk would certainly help the cause. He's got to shrink that strike zone here and not chase anything that he shouldn't be swinging at.
Shot towards second. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done.
Well, I'll tell you what, he had to get up for that one. Sometimes the leap is a little bit more showy, but not here. He was up there a good 2 or 3 feet to pull it in.
Ketel Marte is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a high pop-up. Could be tough back behind third. Myers takes charge out there, and he stays with it for the second out.
Now batting, left fielder.
Time now for our starter comparison, and that tells the story. As you can see, neither guy able to get past 5 innings. Sean O'Malley is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Tap fouled at home plate. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. One and two as the changeup had him out in front there.
Yeah, it's so hard to stay back against a guy like this. Unless you guess right, that thing's just so slow that it's almost impossible to keep from getting out on your front foot.
Wallace is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. Tom Wilhelmsen is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Tom Wilhelmsen.
John Jay digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. In there, and it's 0-1.
Oh, and you wonder if maybe he decided beforehand just to take a pitch up there first. Too bad for him, because that thing was right down Broadway.
Ball 1. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
And it's full now, 3-2. Here comes the payoff pitch. And this is taken here for ball 4. So the leadoff man's on base to kick off the home 8th. Brett Wallace strides into the box now. Launched one over the wall back in the opening frame. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Goodness, 0-2 now. And this one gets away. And on the play, the runner moves into scoring position now at second. Matt Kemp will stand in now, hoping to get on track as they've been able to neutralize his power out of the cleanup spot. 0 for 3 thus far. And he'll lay off a fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0.
And that fastball of his definitely catches your attention, especially when it's on the inner half.
In there, 2-1.
That's a great call there on 2-0. The whole world's thinking fastball, but they dropped the hammer on it.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. In danger now of a second walk out of the bullpen.
Not exactly providing relief. He's got to find it here somehow.
Good battle. Count remains full. And that misses, ball 4. So with one out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning.
Third baseman number 4, Will Myers.
Will Myers will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
These Padres have not really had that one key hit yet. This will be a perfect spot here.
Got him to go after that one, and he's in a quick hold. 0-2. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
Even though this is still just a one-run game, this thing could get ugly in a hurry. So if you've got an out pitch, you better pull it out of the bag right now.
Travis Jankowski steps in for a big at-bat in this one. 2 on, 2 away here in the 8th.
Yeah, this is a huge moment in this ball game, Matt. I mean, you might be looking at this at-bat when it's all over as one of the turning points in this game.
Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
2 down, runners at first and second. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. A couple of walks. Fernando Rodney is on now to try to close things down here in the 9th.
Number 56.
Striding in to start the 9th, Luis Sardinha, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least one back here in this inning.
9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. Lays off a fastball that doesn't miss by much, and it's 2-0. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
He's having a little trouble finding the strike zone here to start off the inning, and it's a long road back from 3-0.
And he lays off ball 4, so now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
This is not the way you want to start the 9th inning on the mound. Not by any stretch of the imagination. Now, in a 1-run game, that puts a tying run on base to start things out.
Nelson Cruz swings and misses there, so he's down 0-1.
Yeah, he really pulled off of that one, and that's not the kind of swing we're accustomed to seeing from a guy like him.
Especially starting off an at-bat.
And low, it's a ball and a strike. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Sometimes if you let that changeup go too soon, it'll take off on you. He's lucky that didn't hit him.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Kyle Seager comes to the plate now with the tying run at first, so he'll be looking to drive a ball into the gap here. Quick check on that tying run at first. Runner's back. Rodney's ready. Here's the first pitch. Boy, not the way he wanted to start out here. It's 0-1.
Yeah, not a real good effort there. That pitch was never going to be a strike.
And there's ball 1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Fouled straight back. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Oh, look at Alexi. To second for 1. Back to first. It's a double play right when he needed it, and this ball game is over.
And how about that for putting an exclamation point on a victory? Just a super play there to record the final out with some style.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. And, boys, probably a handful of deserving candidates for our Top Player of the Game award, but what do you say we go ahead and give it to the man who shut the door out of the pen?
Yeah, it's nice to have someone like this that you can call on to finish things out for you, and he came on to slam the door shut.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Padres win it 2-1.
2 runs.
So long, everybody.
7 hits, 1 error.